ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as that Mama 5. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So, from based on the title, you will have guessed what this video is about. This video is about the YouTube saga currently going on amongst Port Harcourt Owerri Igbo YouTubers. Yeah, because since I've been hearing of Saga has always come from the Port Harcourt YouTubers, Owerri YouTubers, and some Abuja YouTubers. And from this part of Nigerian YouTubers, they all seem to be Igbos. So I don't know. I used to believe that Igbo people loved each other. Like Igbo people are just like Asian people here in the UK, that they will take you everywhere, that they love each other. But with all this saga that is going on, I'm I'm surprised though. So this saga going on started between our tantrum throwing mother of three known as Dyna Ekweme and Dasilvia Ono. So obviously there's been some hula hula at the back of um about Diana sharing an hate channel, and I don't understand why the YouTube community or the African YouTube community did not actually give Diana correct woto for sharing a hate channel, because this hate channel, I don't know if it's the same one, it's the same hate channel that kind of like came up saying so many things. I didn't watch that video about what she said about me, but whatever negativity she shared about me in that video is a portion 200 times fold. So this woto about Yusuf saga between Diana and Dasilvia came about, Diana cutting off Dasilvia or no. But I'm not about to go through all the what was said and what was not said, but I'm just here to say, I these people that I'm talking about, I don't watch them. For me, I don't watch Diana because I kind of like don't agree with her character, her attitude. The first time I saw her on YouTube, a video on YouTube, I could just read her character, I could just read her attitude. So she's not someone I really want to watch. That Sylvia, I've never watched her video before. I don't know her. It was when this saga began that I heard about her, which prompted me to go watch her video. And the video that I watched was where she dropped a video where she spoke about the relationship with our tantrum throwing mom of three, who is now in Arab country, of how she was ignored by this person, on how she reached out numerous times. And I watched that video and it was as if somebody was cutting onion. I cried, like I shared a few tears a few times. She kind of like shared her past, what happened to her, and I kind of like loved the fact that she did not allow what happened in her past to predict what her future is gonna be like. Even though having been through bullying and all of that, she did not allow that stop her from making friends and stuff like that. So from that video, like it was about an hour long or something, I watched it and I cried, and I kind of like went back to this Dinah's channel. Like, I believe she's a 27-year-old girl or 28-year-old lady with a young kids, like three young children. And I was like, how is someone of this, like someone who is educated, I believe so, who is married and has kids, how could you bring a fellow woman who speaks the same language as you, whom apparently your husbands are from the same town? How could you treat her to an extent that she cried, like with all of the emotions around that savior? I was just like, how could someone make a fellow woman feel that way, act that way, or made them end up that way? I was shocked. I was shocked. And in Dasilvia's video, she mentioned a few names. She mentioned Nello, she mentioned Lily Pope, she mentioned Acid Darling, she mentioned a few other people that I don't watch their channel. I have to be honest with you. I don't watch their channel. And with all of this saga, they said going on, with all the names that she called, I would expect each and every one of them to come out and say their own side of the story, because for the fact that Sylvia call them out in these videos, not in a negative way, because while she was calling their names, she was kind of like apologizing, like, oh, I'm sorry I called your name, I'm sorry I called your name, but because of this conversation or because of this video, it had to be mentioned. So now, what this whole saga is all about is based on the fact that Diana, our tantrum throwing mama, believes that Dasilvia shared a secret or shared or gossiped about her. Like, you are a woman, and as our tantrum throwing mother is, she cannot say, she cannot vouch with her chest 100% that she's never gossiped anybody. And from watching the video Lily Pope made yesterday, Lily Pope was like, Diana is the person who gossiped the most. Ah, hey? So, our tantrum mama, you two, you the gossip. So, this bro brara erupted from the fact that Diana assumed, I'm going to say assumed, that Sylvia gossiped about her to somebody whom she's no longer friends with. And this just kind of like brings me to the fact that when I read that, I want to believe that Diana is a toxic friend. Yeah, she is toxic. And when I'm talking about toxic, let's define toxic. So, toxic friendships happen when one person is being emotionally harmed or used by another, making the relationship more of a burden than support. So, in this instance, Diana is not really committed to a relationship with Dasilvia, because from watching Lily Pope's video and from watching Dasilvia's video, it goes that Dasilvia is the kind of person who puts a hole in friendship. Meanwhile, just like Nello said, that Diana's friendship is transactional. If she's not benefiting from you, you won't get anything from her. She won't she won't be fully committed to her. And I kind of like went back to watch the video, the video between Nello and Diana, where they kind of like made up. Like, she was like, Diana did say that when I have a friend, I don't expect much from my friend. What do you mean you don't expect much from your friend? If you don't expect much from your friend, why do you have a friend anyway? You should have just gone straight back under the rock you came out from. Someone you call your friend is someone you will have, let's say, out with your family, apart you, now that you're a married woman, obviously, from your family, she's going to probably be the second family you will have. So your friend will be somewhere you will go anywhere, you go where somewhere with. Your friend will be someone, obviously, you've both been vulnerable to each other, whereby you've shared talks about one another to each other. So, I mean, from watching that serious video, it goes to show that both of you have both been vulnerable to each other. Like, you both of you have shared a lot with each other. So I felt Diana was totally wrong not to have given Dasilvia the chance to explain her before using a dagger to cut her off. And the act of cutting people off without giving them the benefit of the doubt, even though I'm still saying it, that what she heard was based on assumption, that does not speak well of you at all. It does not speak well of you at all. The kind of person I am as well, I make friends really easy. Like, I make friends really quick. But while I make friends really quick, I am not letting just because I've made friends easily with you does not mean that I'm going to let my guard down. I really want to put into that relationship or into that friendship. But if the person I'm making friends with is not two ways, like, if I'm not getting what I'm giving to you back, then I'm going to start withdrawing myself. Note that, withdraw myself. I'm not going to say I'm cutting you off. And this is where I actually agree with what Lily Pope said, that no, you just don't cut people off. You withdraw gradually, gradually, gradually. And it will get to a stage whereby the person you are withdrawing yourself from would understand without taking it personal, that, oh, I think I understand this person. Or if at all, if this other fulfilling or giving friend is kind of like keep coming back and keep coming back, and you're like, oh, I really need the space, nothing stops you from taking your phone and say, oh, babes, you know what, I'm going through a few things right now, could we please give each other a space? And I don't mean this in a negative way, I don't mean this in a bad way, but could we just give each other a space for a while? I'm sure that Sylvia will understand that. A lot goes into friendship. And for the fact that all these people, like, because I was in what was her name again, Asa Darling's live, and she was critically dropping things. And I don't think that comes across as right. If you're gonna crypto or if you're gonna drop things in a cryptic way, I'd rather you come out and share a video and say your part. She was in Choice TV's live as well, and she didn't say much. She was just kind of like in there countering what people were saying. Ask darling, that's not looking good on your side. If you think you've got something that could resolve this issue for these two ladies, I will implore you to do so, rather than dipping in and out of different lives talking about this video, talking about this saga. But then, as for my message for Diana, to you, you think you don't need people in your life. I've been seeing your thumbnails of you missing strange people that you don't know in Arab country that you are, and you've shared videos of how you went to their house or something to eat dinner. So you going to that person's house to eat dinner. If you were in Nigeria, would you agree to go to somebody's house you've just met for dinner? Not to talk more of you going to a strange country, meeting someone you've never met before, and you agree to go to that person's house for dinner. Like, the fear. So you cutting people off. This person that you go to their house to have dinner now, you've just gone to their house to have dinner. So you're just gonna like, okay, they should not be expecting anything from you. All you just want to be doing is just going to their house to have dinner. Or what are your expectations from these new people you met in Arab or in the Arab country that you are? So no matter how big you may think you are, no matter how arrived or how expanded you think you may have arrived, where you think you have arrived is just like the starting point of some people. I just need to point that out to you. You may think you're making lots of money now, that because of the money you have in your bank account that you've arrived. That bank account balance that you think you have now is the starting limit of some people. So try and show respect. You're young. You've still got a lot of great things in front of you. You've still got your life to live. If you're living this way, what are you, what kind of training are you giving to your young offsprings? And I've heard people say, oh, because of our past. Do not allow your past tell you or paint what your future is going to look like to you. If you had a terrible past, you have to rewrite it yourself. In Yoruba, we have a saying that Tobati biyon in your man tunre bini. In your English, it means that you've been given battle. You need to rebat yourself. You need to reinvent yourself. You need to reinitiate yourself. You need to reenact yourself. You've been born. You are born already. Try and reborn yourself. The kind of attitude you are portraying, come on now. You are the only one who's had issues with Nelo. You are the only one who's had issues with Lily Pope. You are the only one who's had issues with Choice TV. Like, I just can't count how many people you've had issues with on YouTube. It's too much. And you're a young girl, 27 or 28. Yes, I'm allowed to call you a young girl. Young girl, yeah. And I remember when I came out to react about this last video about you being pregnant and Choice TV came out with a video, all of the people following you, they came out start saying nonsense. Because the information you shared, you freely shared it, and reactors will come out and make use of it. They will twist it the other way to benefit them. And again, I was watching Vivian's TV video saying that every video you see or everything on social media, you take it personal. If you're going to take everything you read about you on social media personal, then you really shouldn't be on social media. You should just deactivate all of your social media accounts and just stay. Because if you're going to take everything personal, then I don't know how you want to live your life. You'll just be lonely. And lonely life kills really, really quick. And that's my take on that for you, Diana. And as for Dasilvia, you are a very, very lovely lady with a good heart. I don't know you, and I'm not saying this because I want to gain friendship or because I want to grow followers or anything like that. The kind of friend you are, I would love to have one like you. And I've always said it here, this is not my first time. Most of my life, when I go on to Choice TV, that I am a solo rider. I don't have friends. I've been in Scotland for 17 years. I do not have a friend that I call every day. I do not have a friend that I go to her house every day. No. I wish I had one. But then, I am making myself happy by creating colleague friendship on social media, like people that I've met. Even I might not meet them every day, but on YouTube, I've made a couple of friends here. Me in Glasgow, I've met people that I don't know who've just arrived in Glasgow, and I've been able to kind of like stretch my hands of friendship, being there for them. And not me being there for them does not mean because I want something back from them. And these are strangers that I do not know. So Dasilvia is a lovely lady, and I just want to say, Dasilvia, continue with what you're doing, but when you're making friends, do not let go of your heart. Hold on dearly to your heart. Guard your heart. You are so full of emotions, which is normal. You're so full of emotions. Some friends, they don't care what your emotions are. However, keep doing what you're doing. And that gift that you're wanting from God, you will get it in multiple folds. And as for those who know the true fact of what happened, and they just felt, I'm just going to be dropping cryptic messages or be dropping petrol to what is happening, I think it's high time you retrace your steps and just bring a resolution to what's going on right here. As for Dasilvia, if peradventure Diana comes back to apologize, accept her apology, but you don't necessarily have to be her friends anymore. And Diana, if peradventure you apologize to Dasilvia, you both don't necessarily have to be friends anymore, but the act of cutting people who have been in your life during your highs, during your lows, it's not cutting them off is not the best way. Okay, now you've cut her off because of assumptions. Now that she has decided to just do away with you, what makes you think that if whatever thing you may have shared with her, because I don't understand this you feeling that, oh, she's gossiping about you. Even see, Pele, is it Pele or Pele, how is it called, that died? People are still trolling him. They are trolling him for the fact that he denied his love child, his daughter that he had. While he was alive, he denied this lady as his child. When this lady died, he still did not pay respect. But when Pele died, he acknowledged that that lady was his child. People are dragging him. That's someone that is dead, though. But you are alive. You are finding fault that people are talking about you. Like, who do they not gossip about? Who did they not gossip about? So you're Ledoche that went to marry his side chick. Do you know how many of his colleagues have dragged him? So because his colleagues have dragged him now, so you think he's going to cut every one of them off? No, life is not that hard. You could make it better. You could make it better. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain on what I've come to share here. So commenters that are out there, if you're a dynamite and you come under my section to see nonsense, I will just delete your comment. And if you're Asa Darling fans and you think what I've said about Asa Darling is not the right, if you come onto my comment section and say what was not, I will block you and I will delete your comment. I'm a very peaceful person. I don't bring fight, but if you bring fight my way, I will reply you. That's just me. But I'm actually behind the fact that this saga going on among Port Harcourt over the YouTubers, that it should come to an end. It should come to an end. So happy settlement, and I hope there won't be any more saga after this one. Hopefully it rests, and I hope to speak with you all in my next video. All right, bye.